Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. The Chiefs beat the 49ers in overtime, 25-22. Ocho, this is the first time that under the new rules in the playoffs, both teams was going to possess the football. Right. So even if the 49ers had scored a touchdown, the Chiefs were going to get an opportunity to match.
Right.
Chiefs become the first team in 20 years to win back-to-back Super Bowls. The last team to do it, the 03-04 Patriots. Mahomes earned his third Super Bowl MVP in 4 seasons, 34-46, 333, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's now one of 5 quarterbacks in league history to win at least 3 Super Bowls, joining Tom Brady, who won 7, Joe Montana, who won 4, Terry Bradshaw, who won 4, Troy Aikman, who won 3. Aikman and Holmes, 28, are the only ones in that group to win 3 before their 30th birthday. Yeah. Let that sink in. He's won 3 Super Bowls, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 regular season MVPs, 2 5,000-yard passing seasons, a 50 touchdown passing season.
Yep.
Ocho. And he's 2 years before his 30th birthday.
He ain't human.
Across the last 2 postseasons, Ocho, Mahomes has gone 7-0, throwing 13 touchdowns with 1 interception. And now he's 15-3 in the postseason, in his young postseason career. So after tonight, hopefully, we can put to bed there's no quarterback that's currently playing that's in his stratosphere. Now, you take the other quarterbacks that you believe are elite and you let them jockey it out. You put them in a bag, and whichever one you come out with, I'm sure you'll be happy. But we've got to stop this notion your quarterback is just as good as Mahomes, because he's not. Because first of all, he doesn't have the regular season accolades, and he definitely doesn't have the postseason accolades. Right. And in the biggest moments, Mahomes plays his best. But Ocho, you were at the game.
Yes, sir.
What was some of your takeaway from the game?
Well, obviously, there was really not much to talk about in the first half. The first half, it was a doozy, like you did say earlier. But that second half of the game was some of the best football that I was able to watch in person, and I was on the edge of my seat. The second half, I wasn't able to sit down. Obviously, because of the bet that I did make, I was extremely nervous. I was very, very, very nervous. The 49ers looked good. The play calling by Shanahan, to me, was good as well. He didn't allow Purdy. He didn't put Purdy in a bad position where he could make mistakes, and McCaffrey saved the day with the runs. The quick game.
Yes.
Kittle wasn't involved as much as he should have been, or much as I would have liked for him to been, to give them a chance to also win. And obviously, I'm going to get to Kadarius Toney in a minute, but Mahomes is special. Mahomes is special, and I'm glad they won due to on the sideline,
Kelsey and Big Red.
Kelsey and then Rashee Rice and Mahomes were also arguing on the sideline. I'm not sure what that might have been about, but I'm glad they did win, because those 2 situations in itself
was going to overshadow it.
Yeah, would have overshadowed
Kelsey's.
Huh?
Especially Kelsey's, because he bumped it. He almost knocked Andy down.
Yeah, he did.
He not grabbed him.
Yeah. And other than that, man, listen, that second half, man, that overtime, I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I was so scared. I was so scared, but man.
But you knew, Ocho. You knew if the 49ers did not score a touchdown, Mahomes was going to get that ball and go right down the
field, because he's done it every time. He's done it. He does it every time. And when they went for that field goal, I sat back, and it was a little weight off my shoulder. It was a little weight off my shoulder, because I knew they got an opportunity to go down this field and score, and that's exactly what they did. That was some goddamn good football, man.
The thing about what makes Mahomes, he's like Brady. If Brady needed 3, he got 3. If he needed 7, he got 7. That's exactly what Mahomes is capable of doing. And Ocho, I did not, and I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, I saw this coming," because I didn't.
Well, I did.
I watched them through the entirety of the season.
Right.
And we watched them drop passes. The receiver didn't drop a pass. I mean, if you want to chalk that up,
one
Rice when Mahomes went through his hand. If you want to say that one, a difficult catch, but Rice at this level and the way he's been playing, he probably should have made that catch. He probably can make that catch 8 out of 10 times.
Right.
Offensive line. They were shaky as hell in the first half.
Yeah.
Mahomes was running for his life.
Yeah.
Those tackles, even the guards were getting beat.
Yeah. I don't know what Greenlaw ate. I don't know what Greenlaw ate before the goddamn game, but boy, before the injury or whatever happened to
Yeah.
him, I'm not sure what it was because I haven't seen the
Looked like an
diagnosis yet.
Achilles. It looked like he was
For
about to
real?
go on the field, Ocho, and you can
Yeah.
see that when you see that calf
Yeah.
reverberate all the way down, it's not a
Ugh.
good sign. I'm knocking on wood, hoping for the
Listen,
best, but it didn't look good.
right. Young Bull was all over the place. Fred Warner came to the party. Fred Warner came to the party. They played well. Again, kudos to the 49ers defense. Kudos to the 49ers offense. They played a good game. They did everything they could do. They did everything they could do. It's just something about Mahomes in clutch situations when it matters most, he always come through. And when they kick that field goal, I said, you know what? They going down to score. Those two slip screens, the slip screen to Pacheco first, and then the second slip screen to Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
I didn't see that play all game.
No.
Not like that. I saw the regular screen, the smoke screen.
Yeah. Your bubble.
Man, those two play calls in that moment on that last drive, the march down that field, that was magic. That was magic. That was magic.
Frustrated with ticket buying experience? Game Time is the only ticket app that gives you peace of mind with your purchase. They let you see the view from your seat before you buy, so you know exactly what to expect when you arrive. Their all-in prices show you total upfront, so you always know you're getting a great deal. And it takes no time at all. You can buy tickets in seconds with 2 taps. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, redeem code Nightcap for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, download the Game Time app, enter the code Nightcap, NIGHTCAP for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Ocho, you remember we talked about this early in the year? I say a lot of times the key to winning playoff game is when you have the momentum, how much separation can you get?
Right.
Now, the 49ers had the momentum in the first half.
Yeah, they did.
And they only had a 10-3 lead. That's not enough.
No.
You needed to be 17-3. You needed to be 20-3 because you really dominated the first half of the game.
Completely.
But because you let Mahomes, he can still see your taillights. You needed to disappear.
Right.
You needed to really disappear, Ocho, because you got the momentum.
Yeah.
And you let him bring and so Andy, they go in there at halftime. There's like, you've heard this speech before, Ocho. As poorly as we're playing, we're only 1 score down.
Yeah.
We go out there. Now, it didn't start out great because they go 3 and out their first 2 drives. But when you get a situation like that, you have to put some separation between you.
Right.
And if you look at the second half and you're like, okay, now, y'all keep on trying to build Purdy up because y'all wanted people to think he's that dude.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not. And now, let me ask you, did he answer all your questions? Because there's a couple of throws.
Yeah.
The money throws. You got to make those.
You got to make those, especially in a game of this magnitude, because all those throws count. This is the game where every throw, every run, and I mean, mind you, it was sloppy.
You see Mahomes take off on the Ocho?
Yeah. Mind you, remember the 2 fumbles?
Yes.
Well, they kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Not eliminate each other because they both fumbled. They both fumbled back to back.
But here's the thing. We know for certain there's probably a 90% chance where Pacheco fumble, they're going to get at least 3 out of that, Ocho.
Right.
Because he fumbled like the 10 or the 12-yard line. So you know they're going to get 3. Now, I'm not exactly where McCaffrey fumbled, but there's, it's not as the percentages are not the same, but you're right. One had a turnover, and the other had a turnover, and then Mahomes had a terrible pick because he had Kelce, he just overthrew him.
A little bit.
He just overthrew him. It's really that simple. There was no magic about it. Oh, they tricked them and they had this exotic coverage. Right. They had no exotic coverage. Kelce was open, and Mahomes boy sailed the ball. It's really that simple, and that's what happened. But to give him credit, and you see Andy started calling more runs. You see on 4th down, fake it. Hey, you get up the field. You see it, he looking to hit those creases because now everybody has their back turned to him. And now he's able to get take off and use his leg. Yeah. But he was Mahomes was their leading rusher. 9 for 66, had a long of 22. Pacheco, what is that? 18 for 59. Rice had 2 for 5. But that was and Kelce, 1 catch. He's like, give me the ball. Let me make this thing happen.
I don't understand what was going on in the first half. Obviously, how do you allow a team to dictate obviously your best threat outside of Rashid Rice. Don't allow the defense to dictate getting your best players the ball. I hate that. I've discussed it before with other teams. You got, especially a game like this, you have a player of that magnitude, probably, arguably, I mean, which you would agree with, the best tight end to ever play the game. You got to get him involved early.
He's my GOAT for me.
Yeah,
and if you look at the way he's played,
right?
Ocho, and look, and this is not a knock on Gronk because Gronk was very simple, the exact same way.
The real deal.
They play at this level in the regular season, and they're able to up it in the postseason. And both guys can do that,
right?
And so, but I just think I would have loved to see Gronk have a stretch of health like Kelsey's had, because you remember Gronk had the back injury. He missed a couple of games with his knee. He had some ankle trouble. He had the elbow. And so he had some issues staying healthy. But he's still, for me, he's my second greatest tight end that I believe. That's on my list. Now, you can have him. I mean, a lot of people have Gronk in front of Kelsey. Some people might have Antonio Gates or Tony Gonzalez in front of to have at it. But that's my list.
When it comes to that, when it comes to those guys like you, Gates, Gronk, Kelsey, numbers aside, I think it's based on preference. It's based on what you like.
It really is.
All of them, the different styles of players,
right?
They all get the job done. They just get it done in different ways. So I think it comes down to preference. Hell, all y'all was good. All y'all were good. We talk about the best they ever goddamn play. So it ain't really no argument for me.
Yeah, I mean, and but he got it. Mahomes got it going because I thought he could have ended the game in regulation. If he gets that ball up on that back shoulder fade to Kelsey.
Oh, against Warner? Against Warner? Yeah.
I think the exact same play that they had against Baltimore
on Kyle Hamilton.
Exactly.
Yep. The show was. I don't know. Man to man, the 49ers defense was tired that second half. Well, hell, the Chiefs defense was tired too. But for some reason, they went to man to man when obviously you could tell the players were gassed. Goddamn, Fred Warner had Kelsey 1-on-1.
He ran the shallow cross on him.
Ooh, but no, I mean, he can't stay with him on that now. As great as Fred Warner is, you know he can't stay with him. Like the goddamn safeties and nickels sometimes have problems staying with Kelsey. You know, Fred not gonna
corners.
Be able to do it. Huh?
Ocho.
What happened?
What's the number? Ocho. We're taught in the route to get across the defender's face. As a defender, your number one rule: you never let a man cross your face.
Yeah.
Offensive line, never let a man cross your face. Defensive line, never let the man cross your face so he can get up on your back. DBs, never let the receiver cross your face. Bro, you got man coverage. And you play because he played him for the wheel route. He played him for the fade. Yeah. So now you got you kind of splitting the difference. You got you split. So he lined up and so you're splitting him. You're his leg, forward leg, and you. So he gives you a little nod. You open,
and that's it.
That's over.
It. All you need. Listen, all you need is that small hesitation, that little half a step. It's done. It's done.
My position coach, Les Steckel, the man that hesitates is beat.
Yeah. Every time.
And people don't understand. He's like, well, all he did, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're talking about the elite of the elite. Ocho, remember we were talking about race cars. I mean, everybody's spending 10, 30, 40 million dollars
on the car.
The least mistake.
You
giving up the inside. The least mistake you make at this level, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. Yep. Ain't nobody that exponentially better. Of course, every once in a while you get a mismatch, Ocho. But in most situations, but in most situations, you're talking about the best of the best against the best of the best. But you can't. That mistake is to play man coverage and leave him outside like that because guess what? You got everybody coming, and so he's got to get over. He's got to get over picks. Now he did a great job of getting over the pick, but. A step for Trav, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over.